Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Keenan. Welcome to today's vlog. Tonight's matchup between the Green Bay Packers hosting the Bears is this week's game of the week for week 2 of the NFL season, and I'm going to give you a quick preview of that. And I'm going to start with the Green Bay Packers led by NFL MVP last season, Aaron Rodgers. He's a great quarterback, and I do like their defense a lot, with Clay Matthews being that front leader for that defense. Now going back to Aaron Rodgers in that offense, they have a lot of great receivers in Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings, and Jermichael Finley at the tight end. Now one thing in particular they really need some help with is their running game, and hopefully their latest acquisition at running back, Cedric Benson, can step up and give them some tough yardage on the ground. Now they're going to be playing against a tough Bear defense led by Brian Urlacher, and they still have Julius Peppers, one of the top defensive ends in the National Football League. Now they have a decent secondary as well. They had a good game last week against the Indianapolis Colts, and particularly in Jennings, the cornerback, 2 interceptions last season, and he even made ESPN top 10 with one of his interceptions. They have a good solid defense, just like the 49ers in their loss last week to San Francisco. Now this is going to be a tough matchup for Aaron Rodgers. San Francisco had a great defense for the first 3 quarters, but in the 4th quarter, Aaron Rodgers pretty much exposed that defense and understand how to pickpocket their players, pickpocket their receivers, and expose them during that 4th quarter, and that's why they had so much momentum coming towards the end of the game. But it wasn't enough to beat the San Francisco 49ers. Now this Bears defense, like I said, is just as good. Some people might even think better than the San Francisco 49ers. They're not better than my Niners, but it's still a good, solid defense. Now going to the offensive side for the Chicago Bears, they have a great quarterback in Jay Cutler, who is rebuilding that relationship that he had at Denver with incoming receiver Brandon Marshall. Now this is going to be a good quarterback wide receiver duo, but the biggest offensive threat for the Bears is Matt Forte. He had 80 yards rushing last week against the Indianapolis Colts and 40 yards receiving with a touchdown. He's going to be a great running back this week, and I think he could be good against the Green Bay Packers, so you should definitely start him for fantasy play. Now the key for this matchup is basically going to be that front 7 for both sides of the defenses. Starting with the Green Bay Packers, they have a good defense, solid players, particularly Clay Matthews, 2.5 sacks last week against San Francisco, and he is willing to get to Jay Cutler and disrupt that passing game. Now going for the Chicago Bears, they have Julius Peppers and Brian Urlacher. Like I said, Julius Peppers in particular, he's still one of the premier defensive ends, still made the top 100 NFL players for the 2012 season. He is still a good defensive end. He's looking to look forward to get to Aaron Rodgers and disrupt his passes. Now this is going to be key for both of these two teams. They really need their pass rushers to get to the quarterback to help disrupt the pass and wreak havoc in that line of scrimmage. Now for this matchup, this is going to be a tough one for me. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers because they're not looking forward to having 3 straight home losses in a row. They lost to the Giants in the playoffs last season. That would be their 2nd straight loss. Then they lost to San Francisco last week. Now they're hosting the Chicago Bears, and I do not think that they're going to lose this matchup. Based on at the end of the San Francisco matchup, when Aaron Rodgers ended up getting momentum on the field and throwing the football well, hopefully the receivers are going to step up a lot in this matchup. Like going towards the end of the game last week, they kind of struggled for the first 3 quarters, but I think they're going to get their act together. Now based on that 4th quarter performance, I think that momentum is going to continue to go, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to expose that Bear defense. But this is going to be a tough matchup because Chicago's offense is a little bit better than San Francisco. San Francisco's more of a running team, but the Bears have a more balanced offense, so that can confuse things for the defense for the Packers. So hopefully, like I said, those pass rushers is going to help disrupt that pass. I think that they're going to do good enough against the run, but it's really the pass I'm concerned for that Packers defense. But Aaron Rodgers, I think he's going to have a good game against a tough Chicago Bear defense, so I'm going to have to go with the home team, the Green Bay Packers, in this matchup. Now, next time I'm going to catch you guys is on Saturday to give you all of the remaining NFC matches and give you my predictions for week 2 of the NFL season. And I'll catch you guys on Saturday. Thank you for watching today's vlog from Pro Football Exclusive. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.